okay, somebody needs to explain to the Timberwolves fans, one, what a freaking foul is. They're chanting that the refs are against them during the game. When our player, Chris Duarte, who's heating up and looking like he was going to help us close out the game, gets thrown out just for talking to the ref. Usually to get thrown out, you have to do it a lot, constantly. You have to get up in the ref's face. Just a ton of stuff. He's done stuff that I've seen tons of players do before, and they usually just get one technical, sometimes not even one at all. He was doing about the same amount of stuff Karl Anthony Towns was doing out there to the refs. And frickin' Chris Duarte gets ejected. For what? For finally standing up to the refs who were constantly bullying him the entire game, never giving him a single call. He was getting battered up in the post, and they just weren't calling anything for him. What do you expect? Him to just take it and be like, yeah, I'm the tackling dummy now for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I'm just going to take it because I don't want to win. I don't want to score. I'm just going to accept that I'm going to get beaten up the whole game, and the refs just aren't going to do anything about it. What do you expect? And then Karl Anthony Towns elbows Sabonis in the head. He complains that it's not a foul. What crack are you on? And I think it was Reed shoves Sabonis with both of his hands out of bounds while fighting for a rebound, and then gets mad when the refs call that a foul. That is a foul. Sabonis had established position for the rebound and was boxing out legally, and then you take him and shove him while he's in the air out of bounds. That is going to be called a foul every single time. And the fans are mad. The Minnesota Timberwolves players are mad because they're smoking on some type of crack that is unknown to man at this point. Learn the rules of basketball. Learn what basketball is, please. Please learn what a basketball is, because I think you have the mental capacity of a 3-year-old at this point. How have you guys been playing basketball for all your lives? How have some of you fans been watching basketball for all your lives, and you don't expect some of that stuff to be called? When the Pacers are clearly getting screwed over, and you're the ones complaining. Shut up. Please, shut up. And then, for whatever reason, the Pacers aren't putting any pressure on the ball. They're bringing it up the court. We're not even playing a half-court press. We're playing a 3-point line press, where we're just going to let them mess around and set up whatever offense they want as soon as they cross half court, and we're not even going to care about them until they reach the 3-point line. I'm sorry. I thought this was supposed to be a gritty, defensive team who never gave up on defense and was always trying, always had a high motor. But we're not even playing a half-court press like most NBA teams are. We're just letting Anthony Edwards bring up the ball, set up whatever play he wants. Justin Holiday, Malcolm Brogdon, whoever's guarding him is sitting back at the 3-point line like this, acting like they're going to play perimeter defense when he gets up there, but they're just going to open up their hips immediately and let him drive to the basket and be like, oh, it's Sabonis' problem. And then Sabonis is going to let him by because he doesn't want to pick up a foul, and then he can just dunk it in. Because nobody has help defense IQ, nobody has defensive IQ in the first place, and we just don't want to try and get the ball back. The way we forced turnovers last year was by putting pressure on them. If you put pressure on them from the moment they step foot on the half-court line, you prevent them from bringing the ball up fast. You prevent them from setting up their offense. They don't have time to sit back there and point at guys, tell them what to do, because they're too focused on you right in front of them trying to poke the ball away. You're disrupting the whole flow of the game just by playing a half-court press. I don't understand why you aren't doing that. It would be so much more effective, especially when, I know we didn't have Miles this game, but you have Miles and Sabonis in the post. So you can give a little bit when it comes to guys driving in. You have space to give to where you can press early and maybe slip up a few times early and if they try to drive, they'll be met probably as soon as they get to the free throw line by Miles Turner or Domantas Sabonis or somebody we have on the wing. Like, we built this team to be good on defense. We have pieces. We have the pieces to play a half-court press and be effective at it and not allow a bunch of inside stuff and also not allow a bunch of outside stuff. But for whatever reason, we're not setting up our defense like that. For whatever reason, I don't know why. And just it really looked like we were going to close it out. Duarte was heating up, and then he gets thrown out. And some people are blaming Duarte for it, being like, "Oh, rookie can't do that." Refs aren't supposed to care about rookie, all-star, veteran, bench warmer, G League. It doesn't matter. They're supposed to be a neutral party that it doesn't matter who you are. It's fair across the board. Everyone gets the same amount of leniency. Everyone gets the same amount of give and take from the refs. It's not based on who you are. That's the whole point of fair officiating, which is what we're supposed to have in this league, because it's the highest level of professional basketball. So what the heck is going on? It is not Duarte's fault that he lashed out like that. He reacted like any of us would after what he went through at the end of that half and coming in. That was just so stupid. I don't see how you can blame Duarte for reacting the way he did. I would have reacted the same. I actually probably would have reacted even worse in that situation. I might have gone up and punched the ref. I don't care. After giving me the first technical, I might go up there and get in the ref's face. I don't care at that point. You're giving me a tech just because you have some type of Napoleonic complex or something about a player being better at your job than you are. I don't know why they were so mad at him. I get you don't want to get yelled at, but if you don't want to get yelled at, make the right calls. That's the whole solution to not getting yelled at and not being called a bad ref, is you make the right calls and you make them across the board. Doesn't matter if they're a Minnesota Timberwolf, doesn't matter if they're an Indiana Pacer, doesn't matter if they're a rookie, doesn't matter if they're an all-star, doesn't matter if they're Anthony Edwards, doesn't matter if they're Brad Wanamaker. It's supposed to be fair and neutral. That way players can understand and know what to expect and know what they're allowed to get away with and know what they can't get away with. So be more consistent with what you allow. If you're going to throw out Chris Duarte for talking to you, throw out Karl Anthony Towns for talking to you. Throw out D'Angelo Russell for talking to you. Throw out Reed for talking to you. Those three guys on Timberwolves talk to refs the whole game. Nothing. But Carlisle and McConnell talk to the refs. They get texts too. It's just the refs didn't help, but also what doesn't help is being ineffective on offense, being ineffective on defense, and just for whatever reason not playing the way that this team was built to be played. It's like with the Colts where you have Jonathan Taylor and you don't run the ball. It's like with the Red Wings where you have Tyler Bertuzzi and you don't give him the puck. It's like with the Tigers. If you have the chance to sign Carlos Correa, the best free agent shortstop in the market, and you have the money, but you just sit back and watch everything crumble around you and don't do anything. It's like if in NASCAR you have Kyle Larson and you put him on Rick Ware Racing, which for those of you that don't watch NASCAR, Rick Ware Racing is probably one of the worst funded NASCAR teams, one of the worst teams equipment-wise in NASCAR. So it's just you're not utilizing the right things on your team for whatever reason. And it's probably a mix of Carlisle and the players themselves, because Carlisle could be telling them to do this stuff and they're not doing it. Carlisle could be telling Justin Holiday, Malcolm Brogdon, whoever's guarding the point guard as soon as they bring up the ball, he could be telling them, press. As soon as they bring it up and get past half court, press. And they just aren't doing it because they think that their way is better. Or something. It could be any number of combinations, so it's kind of hard to tell who to blame, but whoever it is, they deserve all the blame. I'll see you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and I got a new phone with slightly better camera quality. I don't know if you can really tell. It's still not the best, but it's a bit brighter. You can probably see colors a bit better, I would believe. That's what it looked like to me, but yeah. Pacers play again on Wednesday or Thursday, I think. See you guys next time.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight, you know? One of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.